channel. It's Andrea. Today I have my 10th update for That's Expensive project pan that was created by Misty here on YouTube and Instagram. And I'm sure this isn't the first of these videos that you've seen. I have extremely minimal makeup on today, like literally my brows, mascara, and the lip product from this project because my skin, it's much better, but I really want to make sure I give it enough time to heal this time because I didn't do that last time, and that's why I had such a bad time. And of course we have our helper here. That's just marker all over her face. It's fine. So you're being silly. So, whoops. Okay, so since I can't ever film anymore without her, we're just gonna get going, and it's probably not gonna be a super long update, so let's just get going. First is my Nest Fragrances Grapefruit and Verbena Body Spray. Sweetie, you're making this kind of difficult for me. Which I've used 5 more times this past month for a total of 69 times. And I probably could make another mark, but I think what I'm going to do is I'll wait until the finale and then I'll mark it again, just because I'd rather just have a couple more marks with like some semi-decent progress as opposed to like basically one fat line going all the way down, because that's how little of this gets used every single time. But I do really enjoy this scent, and I'm glad that I am working on it, even though this will probably not be done in my lifetime. Next is my Say What foundation from Oma Beauty. I did try to like scrape as much as I could down the sides to get a more accurate representation of where I might be. So, and where that black line is approximately. I think if my skin will behave, that for next month this will be an empty. But I really do love this foundation a lot. What are you saying? You're a mess. You got soup all over your mouth. You got marker all over your eyebrow. I don't even know how that got up there. But this will be done. I'm like 95% sure this will be done next update, but it will definitely be done by the finale in December. So that'll be really exciting to get a foundation out of my collection. Then I have the Stay Woke concealer, which I did take, I think I took the stopper out last month, but I don't think you're going to be really able to see, but especially down at the bottom, there's still concealer down at the bottom, and it's still coating the sides fairly well. So I have at least a month left on this one too, but I also, if it's not done next month, it will be done by the finale in December. Then the other item that I'm going to have in my life forever, the Double Take contour stick from Oma Beauty. And oh, I forgot to say, I used the foundation 8 times this past month, and I used the concealer 18 times. So then the stick I used 15 times. I mean, it's not really gonna look any different than it did last time. I still have a butt ton of the contour left. The highlighter, if I worked on it, I could probably finish the highlighter if I wore it like every day next year. Well, I really don't want to. Whoops. Oh, don't tell me that. Okay. Whew. For a second there, I thought I broke the twisting mechanism, and I would have been upset. So let's see. If I didn't say it already, I used that 15 times. And then my good old Too Faced Pomegranate, which I used 2 more times. Oh my god. So I'm sorry, this video is all over the place. I'll blame it on Madeline. She's distracting me. So the foundation total, I've used 121 times. Maddie, I love your singing voice, honey, but Mommy's trying to talk, okay? You can sing in just a minute. The concealer, I have used 120 times. And the contour stick, sorry, I have to do math in my head, so this isn't. The contour stick I've used 251 times. So yeah, okay. So pomegranate. I've used it twice in the past month. And I've used it a total of 38 times. I don't know if I'll be able... Can you... I mean, I think you can see where they separate. Like there looks like there's a decent dip there. I mean, it's definitely looking... It doesn't look brand new, which is good. It's just... I think I'm like 3 years away from hitting pan on this, but that's okay. So we've got that. And then my one and only empty for this month is my Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara, which I used 19 more times. So I used it a total of 131 times, and I'm pretty like I can still get stuff out, but I don't know how well. Like it's, oh my, careful babe. It, like I can just tell when I'm pulling it out of the tube that there's not much product in there. And it is getting pretty dry. It's not flaking, but it's definitely, I'm getting like transfer onto my under eyes and stuff throughout the day. Please stop, honey. So it's definitely time to call this quits, but it had a good run. Then, oh, I didn't mark my thing. I doubt I have any movement on this. Hold on. Okay, why? I'm trying to do something. Yeah, there's barely any movement, so I'm not going to bother marking it, but my Inica lip crayon in Rose Petal, which is what I'm wearing today. I've only worn this 2 times this month as well. So it has a total of 23 uses on it. Then I have my Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. I used it 9 times, so I have a total of 24 uses on it. This is how much I have left. So it smells so good. You want to smell it? What do you think? Like I said, I don't think it'll be done for next month, but I think it'll be done for the finale. And finally, my rotating eyeshadows, which I'm not actually going to rotate this month because I put in my Nomad Haunted Europe palette, and the, what are these called? Post-its? The Post-its on the front is something that I saw Allie from Wonder in Alleyland do, so that she can mark her usage and such on the Post-its that are right on the palette instead of having to keep track of them on a separate like sheet, which I thought was a really good idea, especially for something like this where my goal, like I did use it 5 times. I used at least one shade 5 times. For the most part, I usually just dipped into 1 or 2 shades every time I used it. I didn't do like complete looks. But, so as you can see, I marked off, okay, are you gonna get down? I marked off the ones that I used so that it would be, I could just like pick up the palette, look at my Post-its and say, okay, well, I've used Krampus already, so, but I still haven't used these 3, so I can like try to base my looks, like what I'm doing. I can pick a shade that I know I haven't used and it's like right here instead of having to go reference a notebook or whatever. But there's 18 shades in this palette and I still have not used 7 of them. So please be careful with the candles, babe. So I told her not to do something. It's the end of the world. So I really want to keep this in for 1 more month to get the use on each, like no pan left behind style, get the use on each shade in the palette. And like I said, I think my skin is finally on the upswing, so I'm gonna like give it a few more days to make sure it's fully healed, and then gonna like start wearing makeup again and hope for the best. So then hopefully I will get to use the rest of the shadows in here, because I mean, it's just, even though it's like technically like a Halloween themed palette, I mean, it's a very good fall color story as well. So I can still use it for doing some looks in November. And plus, most of the shades that I have left, like I have these 3 left to work on, these 3 left, and then what's the last one I have? Oh, and then this one up here. So they're more of like the neutral, mostly matte shades, so they should be pretty easy to incorporate into any look that I do. But I really enjoy this palette, and I am glad that I will get to play with it a little bit more. So this video was very disjointed, and I'm gonna blame it all on Madeline. So I hopefully we'll have a little bit better progress to show for you next month. And I think I mentioned this like maybe a couple updates ago, but because we are getting closer to the finale, I was doing this rolling style, but now that we're getting closer to the finale, we only have 2 months left. I finished the mascara. I'm not gonna roll in a new product for this because I want to start like putting together my list for the products that I want to use for next year for this project. And I'd rather just have like a whole fresh thing instead of like work on something for 2 months and I'm not going to hit any goals on it and then roll it over into next project. I'd rather just start on it next year and give myself a chance to work on some of the other projects that I have going on right now, which are a lot. And I've got a lot of products in all my projects, so if I can not replace something, then that just means I'll have extra attention to give to the other things in my other projects. Anyway, as I always like end up just babbling at the end of my videos, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.